I came from humble beginnings, so I didn't have necessarily a country club to play at. We were just searching for the cheapest green fees. Whenever we were at municipal golf courses, my dad would fish golf balls while I would go play. And I remember I would try to help him sometimes, and he would tell me, no, your job is to get better. You need to go play, you need to focus on your own game. And he's like, this is what I need to do. And I remember in my basement, when I was in middle school playing for tournaments, we would have like buckets of balls of the new balls that people didn't pick up from the hazards, and naturally they would put their own marks on it with Sharpies or something, and we would wash them off with nail polish remover so I could put my own markings and feel like I had my own golf balls.
Doug Ghim's father, Jeff, moved from Korea to Illinois in 1984 after completing his military service in the Korean National Army.
His family had moved to the U.S. from Korea while he was in the military, so when he came out, he had basically no family left in Korea, so he made the move, and as you could imagine, not being able to speak the language and starting from scratch, it was difficult. He never really wanted to express his hardships through that. I realized how difficult it was for him to give me this opportunity to be in the U.S.
An avid golfer who enjoys teaching, Jeff became a certified golf instructor in both Korea and the U.S. When Doug was 5 years old, Jeff took him to the driving range for the very first time.
It was on a Labor Day weekend, right before my first grade. My dad and I went out and hit balls on this range. My first love was actually baseball, but interestingly enough, the only reason why I liked baseball was because I liked to hit the ball. I asked my dad when the pitching and the throwing part was, and he said, no, you're just hitting in this game. And so I said, well, I want to sign up, I want to play. And he said, well, let's get started then.
The elder Ghim served as Doug's swing coach as his son climbed the ranks. In the fall of 2013, Doug committed to the University of Texas.
It was a really cool day. I called Coach Fields, told him that I was going to go to the University of Texas, and an hour later, I get these notifications on Facebook, and it was Brandon Stone who was already here, and he told me, congrats, we're excited to have you. And then 15 minutes later, I got a friend request accepted by Jordan Spieth, and I was like, what? Like, that was like a year ago, and I was like, this is crazy, right? And to be able to enjoy that moment with my family was something I'll never forget. My dad is not known to be, he's emotional, but he's not known for one to cry many times. I haven't seen him cry that much, but he cried in front of me that day, and I knew that's how much it meant to him. And like I said, it's something that I'll never forget.
This year, the NCAA Championship will take place in Sugar Grove, Illinois. For Jeff, it'll be a short drive from the Ghim family home, but a long way from scrubbing secondhand golf balls in the basement.
I don't think many kids have to watch their dad go through something like that. And I don't think I thought of it at the magnitude that I do now. But at the time, I didn't want my dad to do that. But it also made me just appreciate him a lot more, because he would literally do anything for me to be successful and to make it out there on tour. And now that I look back at it, it's unbelievable. I ask him all the time, it's like, what were you thinking? Did you really think I was gonna get to this point? It's unbelievable to me. And every time I see him, I'm very thankful.